Happy 4th of July, Thick Riffers. Today, we're gonna dial in some explosive bass tones with Neural DSP's Parallax X. Huge shout out to Neural DSP for sponsoring this video. Parallax is an incredible all-in-one bass processing plugin, and I've got some of the most insanely heavy bass tones out of this plugin, so I'm super excited that it finally got a really nice update. So I dialed in this tone. I haven't tested it with a full mix yet, so I'm sure we'll be doing some tweaking on it, but it's sounding really massive so far. You guys don't see me play live bass often, but of course, I'm playing my Spectre Dan Briggs signature model. It's a great sounding bass. I love it. So I'll run you through the Parallax settings real quick. I've got my compression on the low end set to about 70%. Low pass at 77 hertz, so that's just where the crossover is. I was kind of going for a more scooped sound, and you'll see that in the EQ later and in the mic selection as well. The high distortion set to about 80%, high pass sitting at like 900. Then on the EQ, I'm dipping down here in the low mids, and then I'm boosting a little bit of 1K, boosting a little bit of high shelf, which I'm not exactly sure where the high shelf sits. But obviously it's somewhere above 1500. Now in the cab section, I have both of my mics kind of off the cone a little bit, and I've got a 57 over here and a ribbon mic on this side, which again is contributing a little bit to that scooped sound. But before Parallax, I have a little bit of processing. I'm scooping a little bit more because this bass does tend to be kind of low MIDI sounding. So I'm scooping a little bit of that out, and I am compressing it before Parallax a little bit. So that's what we've got going on so far, and I do have an idea for a riff that I've been messing around with like all morning, and I'm actually super excited to record it. I never write riffs bass first. I program bass most of the time nowadays because I tend to play in tunings that are just a little too low. Not that I couldn't tune this bass that low, but it's just kind of a hassle. But the tuning I'm in today is just a half step down from standard, so B flat standard. Yeah, so the riff I'm trying to record today goes something like this. And I want to play around with some odd meters too and try to like add some beats here, cut off some beats here, so it's like a little bit odd. A little bit on the proggier side. I'm gonna record a good scratch take here. That is really weird because I'm adding an extra beat after the first run, which I think sounds cool. I just gotta figure out the time signatures for this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're adding like an extra eighth note, 4/8, and then a bar of 5/8. Then we'll leave it 4/4. Yeah, so my idea structurally is to start this off. This kind of feels like an intro to me. So I want to start it off with like some crazier drums, like and then go into turn this riff into like a halftime groove. So that's why I left that pause there. So it's like then we can go right into it on the downbeat of the next bar. All right, let's go ahead and program drums for the intro and the groovy part. That's hard. That's weird. Okay, I had to do some of those notes that I want to be on the snare, on the kick. Yeah, that I want to be on the snare. Should I do it on the stack or the China? I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, China makes it feel more open and chaotic, which is what I wanted. Mixing, mastering, post-production. If you're in need of any of those services, head on over to architecttigerstudios.com and let's get in touch. All right, Back to the riffs. I want that to be a choke, so it's like... Yeah, that's gonna crush when that comes in. Let me just pencil in the snares real quick so I don't have to worry about trying to play that in. I think that was good. Dude, this bass tone is crazy. I'm wondering if the riff should change on the second half and maybe do something like... Bass is hard. Dude, we have a riff just bass and drums right now. I don't think I've ever done this on Thick Riff Thursday before. All right, let's grab a guitar. This is gonna be the highest I've ever tuned this guitar. Guys, what's everybody's sound check riff? Everybody's got a sound check riff. Like, you show up to the gig, you set up all your gear, and the sound guy's like, stage left guitar. What riff are you busting out? What riff are you playing? For me, I've got a few different ones. If I'm in a standard tuning, Kickstart My Heart. Or Limelight. And then if I'm in a drop tuning, Unchained, all day. Yeah, those are my sound check riffs. All right, back to business. This sounds so Dream Theater-y on guitar. Harmonize the octave, strummies. Let's go. That was a pretty good take. Let's move on to the groovy version of this riff. Second time through, so on the second repetition, I don't want to do the higher note. I think I want to go. I think it makes it just like a tad bit heavier. Oh, that was really good right until the end. Yeah, that right there. Very nice. All right, let's get this version of the riff on bass. That was easy. Now that I'm hearing the bass tone with the guitars, I am hearing a little bit of woofiness. There's a lot of this 800 coming through too. And it sounds like it's kind of more of a quality of the bass than the amp. So yeah, we can cut it out before. We can cut it out on the DI. That feels much better. So that's with the cut. That's without. And lastly, of course, we need to add some atmospheric lead guitars. Cool, there we go. All right, bass drop time. Obviously, it's bass drop time. That's so long, dude. Does not need to be that long. All right, boys, we got a riff. Let's give the bass tone one more listen before we listen to the whole riff. Yeah, that's hitting. That's hitting right there. All right, let's throw the mastering chain on here and give it a listen from the top. I like that a lot. That's sick. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Thick Riff Thursday. Happy 4th of July. Be safe out there. If you're interested in picking up Parallax X, click that link in the description. I will see you guys next week. Peace.
Bag up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry.